Hi everyone, welcome back to the Atelier. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to showcase something that I just added to my Famille Rose collection. I have done quite a few videos on it, and if you have missed it, I'll be linking it towards the end in my playlist. So I went back to my favorite antique store in my hometown. In fact, I think that's about the only biggest antique store there is. The other two are much smaller, and this is one of the most longest established. And they just put everything helter-skelter wherever that they can, and that's what makes it fun. I will go back there every once in a while to find some little treasures, and it was during something like in the last few days of the Chinese New Year that I went there, and it is located in one of the oldest shopping centers in my hometown. And I was very lucky when I went there. I also came across a unicorn dance. At least I think that's what it is, because it has a horn in the middle of the head, and it was pink in color, which is different from the usual lion dance that I've seen. So I was very lucky to be able to catch that on camera. And I went to my favorite antique store, as I mentioned, and I was looking around. There were very slim pickings. I think, quite surprisingly, his things move quite fast, and I came across this lovely trinket box or container. One of my tricks is that, you see there is a chip here already. I always stick a little bit of blue tack so that it will not fall off. I mean, the top will not fall off from the bottom, and that keeps it secure. So even if you're moving it about to clean it, it will not just fall off. And I came across this trinket, and at first I was hesitant whether or not I should be getting it, because as I mentioned, there were very slim pickings. The rest of the items didn't really catch my eye. But in the end, I'm really glad I got this, because it's very unusual to find men on a porcelain. It's usually ladies, and I was at first, honestly speaking, disappointed that it wasn't a lady that was featured on this trinket container. However, the more I look at it, the more I'm pleased with it, because it's very unusual. It's showing a prince. It's very obvious that he's a prince. And what I love about this is because the details are very, very well done. He is definitely wearing a crown, and he is acting like he's very much more superior than the other four persons who are obviously bowing and scraping in front of him, being as subservient as they possibly can. One of them waving about some kind of leaf as if he's a hero, and there is even one who is supporting him from the back. I have no idea why. Is it because he couldn't stand by his own strength? I have no idea, but he obviously is very, very aloof, very, very aware of the fact that he is so much more so-called superior to the rest, and the rest are very happy to oblige him into thinking so. So anyway, Sorry. I just think that it's very, very detailed. The story on it is very detailed. And there are some Chinese characters as usual. And the usual details of the Famille Rose with the peonies in a fuchsia color and some gold ingots and all the usual decor that you find on a Famille Rose that is meant to represent prosperity, everything good coming your way. So if you have been following my channel, you will know that the Famille Rose is actually from the Qing Dynasty, which is the last dynasty of China. Because the Qing Dynasty is my favorite, especially when I'm talking about the Qianlong Emperor. I think it was during the period of his grandfather, the Kangxi Emperor, that the Qing Dynasty started to export their porcelain ware to the Western world, and these are specifically targeted to the Western world because by then their appetite for Chinese porcelain was insatiable. I've got a few pieces in my collection, for example this vase here, which is the largest one, and then I have another smaller one here which I got from another antique store, well, sort of antique, where they are selling more furniture, more toys, that sort of thing, not actual antiques like the one that I went to. And I've also got this one which I ordered from Etsy, plus the plate, the figurine of the four boys holding the peach. I was very, very much inspired when I went on the internet and saw someone decorate with it, and I immediately searched it under Etsy and I was overjoyed to find it, as well as this plate which features a phoenix. And I'm very, very happy with my growing collection. And I had a few rose sort of cup and saucer and decorative porcelain to add on as well. Every time when I find something with a rose print on it, I'm definitely very, very much attracted to it. Today I'm wearing my red rose jade pendant, and I've already done a video on it. If you have missed that, I'll be linking it towards the end as well, so check that out as well. It is absolutely a gorgeous piece of jade pendant. So when I was in his shop, I was actually eyeing a pair of Chinese dolls which seems quite antique looking, probably not as old as I would like them to be, and he was asking for quite a high price on it. I was sitting on the fence on it whether I should be getting that instead of this Famille Rose trinket container. And then his granddaughter was just next to me and she kept asking him in Malay, "Apa itu kungkung? Apa itu kungkung?" meaning to say, "What is that, grandpa? What is that, grandpa?" And then she was standing on a stool just to be able to have a look at them, and I captured her. You can see just how adorable she is. So she was looking at me, looking at the doll, and she kept asking her grandfather, "What is that? What is that?" And then finally she said something like, "Ada hantu itu," meaning to say there is a ghost in there. I really believe in small children when they are able to have a third eye to be able to see things because they are so innocent. So when she said that, that really spooked me, even though I know that I collect antiques and it is something that you have to deal with, and that is precisely one of the reasons why my mom doesn't collect antiques, because she doesn't like bringing something in the home, as she said, which had belonged to someone else, and you do not know what sort of an energy you're bringing into your home. However, I have no idea why I went the opposite direction from her. I'm really completely in love with antiques, and that is exactly why I started collecting antique dolls as well. So in my previous video, because I've already got the actual antique Simon and Halbig China porcelain doll, I decided not to get it since she said that it was haunted. But I still felt that the dolls were so exquisite because you can see that they come in a pair, and even until now I'm still on the fence. It still keeps on preying on my mind, and this is the first time I've seen a doll which is so well made. or not as well painted. And this one, the princess was sitting on a ceramic kind of a barrel as well. So that's very, very unusual. I've never seen anything like it because I'm already having a few antique dolls, and so far nothing has happened to me. Since we are doing a video on the Famille Rose, I also would like to feature my new Madame Alexander Southern Rose doll. So I've always wanted to get a Madame Alexander because I had a few of them when I was a child. I had those dolls of the world that were in a smaller version. So this doll is quite substantial in size, and I really love the details of her. I paid quite a pretty penny for her. I ordered her from Etsy because we don't have these sort of dolls in my hometown. The most that we have are Barbies, not even Lika-chan. So I ordered her and she came, and she didn't disappoint. I always love anything to do with anything southern because of the movie Gone with the Wind, and she has got such a lovely sweet expression on her face. I love the details of her dress as well, and I'm really glad to be able to add her to my doll collection. So I finally am able to have a Madame Alexander for my doll collection at this time in my life, because she really means a lot to me. I remember playing with her as a child with a lot of the dolls of the world, because a lot of my dad's friends are expatriates living in my hometown, and whenever they would go overseas, they would bring back something for me. So I was very it brings back very happy childhood memories. As I mentioned, I came across the unicorn dance, so I was very happy about that because it was during the last few days of the Chinese New Year, and it was extra special to me, as I mentioned, because the unicorn was wearing pink instead of red. So that's very unusual, and I managed to capture it so beautifully. It was just right in front of me. And do take good care of yourself. I hope to be able to have your company again for my next video, and thank you so much to all my new subscribers who have helped me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I never dreamt that I would be able to do so, and thank you so much for watching my videos, for leaving your comments. You have no idea how much it means to me. It means really the world to me to have this channel, to have something to concentrate on so that I can express myself in a creative way. So I'm really grateful, and I will be seeing you again in my next video. Goodbye.